Awesome.
Okay,
Oh,
good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's call. I am Lisa Richardson and have a couple of our leaders here on the call tonight. We have Becky Farmer, we have Kristen Majoris, and Becky is going to be sharing with us about some tips that we learned at Leaders Retreat, and we're going to wrap up at the end with Kristen is going to do some product knowledge. Um, Heather and Linda are in New York City on a fabulous trip for Miss Linda's birthday, so we are going to roll without them. So, Becky, take it away.
thank you so much, Lisa. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Becky Farmer. I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus, and I have been with the company in January will be 4 years. It is so hard to even wrap my mind around this because it's hard for me to remember what my life was before Plexus and how much of a role Plexus plays in my life now. And so, which is a beautiful thing. So tonight, I wanted to share the second half of my notes from Leaders Retreat, which several of us earned and was able to go on that cruise just a few weeks ago. It seems like forever ago now that we are in the dredges of cold, wet weather. I really wish I was back in tropical, warm, balmy weather, but be as it may. We can just hold out for next year. But I want to share my screen with you and just share some information that the Jules shared with us. It was a diamond panel, and they had lots and lots of great things to share. But I just wanted to recap the end of my notes for you tonight. So the first diamond that I want to talk to you about is probably a lady that I have more respect for than a lot, because y'all, when people join Plexus, a lot of times what they will tell me, their hesitation for joining Plexus is, I'm not a salesperson. Okay, well, great. We don't want you to be a salesperson. We want people who share from their heart genuinely the power of these products and the power of this business opportunity. I will never forget, it may have been my first convention or my second. Jessica Heffley stood on the stage. She and her husband are both diamonds. So y'all, they're making anywhere in the $40,000 to $50,000 a month range each. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like $100,000 a month combined in their family. And she said this. She said, this industry is the only place where an introvert, shy, with an iPad, in yoga pants, from home, can make as much money as a brain surgeon or more. That was so powerful to me because I have a lot of people that I feel like could be amazing at this business, but for some reason they've convinced themselves in their head that they're too shy, they're too introverted, they're not a salesperson, whatever. Well, this woman, she loves the Lord. They do Bible studies. They have an amazing testimony, health testimony, as well as a financial testimony. So she shared with us at Leaders Retreat how to get to Hawaii. So once you become an Emerald, you get a free trip to Hawaii, first class, for you and your husband, or for you and a family member or friend, whoever you choose, every year. And she said that where you focus is all you will see. So if you focus on what you can't do and what your team's not doing and all that kind of stuff, instead of focusing on what you can see and what your goals are, that's what you become. It's like Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So I want to be thinking I can. Okay. I don't want to be thinking I can't, because your thoughts are so powerful. Your thoughts drive your actions. So if you're already defeated before you ever start this business, you're defeated. Okay. She said, you are the leader of your own team. It's so important to never stop sponsoring level ones. Okay. So you have got to be sponsoring level ones because you don't want you don't want your team thinking that you've arrived and you're no longer doing what you're asking them to do. You have got to keep growing your team from the bottom organically. You have got to keep sponsoring level ones personally sponsored ambassadors. She talked to us about a new book that I think you pronounce her name. Is it Brené Brown? Sort of looks like Brene. It may be Brene. I don't know. A new book that she just came out with called Dare to Lead that is supposed to be phenomenal, that she challenged us to read. I have not purchased it yet. And then she also said, talking about be an example of what you want your team to be, she uses the phrase, more is caught than taught. So when you're thinking about training your team, people are going to emulate you. So if you don't post on Facebook every day, your team's not going to post on Facebook every day. If your team don't see you sponsoring people and working your business every day, then they're not going to work their business every day. So this phrase, more is caught than taught, basically means that people learn by example, what you demonstrate to them. I absolutely loved this next part. She started because people were, a lot of times you tell people all the time, things like you need to have an IPA, an income producing activity list of things that you do every day to generate business for your business. What does that look like? What does that even mean? So what she did with the people who really wanted to run a strong business and grow their business was a daily IPA messenger thread or a messenger group or just a specific hashtag what I did today. So as the leader of her team, she hashtagged what I did today, and she said she would list it out, kind of like our IPA challenge that we have right now, except Heather's been giving us exactly what to do every day. Well, what Jessica Heffley does is every day she hashtag what I did today in her leaders thread. I reached out to 10 people today. I followed up with 12. I did 4 team Zoom calls. I went to lunch with a prospect. Whatever she did to work her business that day, she did it in this messenger thread. It does things. Number one, it lets her team see that she's still working her business, and it gives them a model. If I want to be a diamond one day, this is the level of activity I have to have going on. So I absolutely loved that idea. The next thing she talked about was go live more. That's not the first time y'all have heard that. Going live videos on your page gets you more traffic. People want to hear your voice. They want to see your face. They want to know, what is that girl talking about today? Make a training video. You all know at least a snippet about something to make a training video. It doesn't have to be professional. It's just you maybe explaining one thing about, let's say, the back office, or one thing about our compensation plan for your team, and then just post it in maybe your team thread if you don't have a team page. But I challenge you to try to start doing those. Go live about what's going on in your life and make it short. No one wants to hear a mini documentary on a live. They just don't. They're going to tune out after about 3 minutes tops. So if you're live, make it impactful and make it short. Also, y'all, we have got to start talking more about the business opportunity and how much money we make. I mean, like, we really do. I mean, when I say that I'm a Ruby ambassador, people are like, oh, well, I guess that's great. But like, what is it? I mean, like, hashtag how much money do you make? That's what they really want to know. Quit being embarrassed to talk about it. We all may have gotten into this business for the products, but the money has blessed our family. So let's start talking about it.
Becky, let me interject here. Some of you who are watching may think, well, I don't make Ruby income or Senior Gold income. If you are making enough money to cover your bag of Slim, if you've made enough money to cover your products for the month, woohoo, my little side gig paid for my pink drink this month. Don't be ashamed of whatever it is. My side gig bought my kids new clothes this month. Whatever it is. You don't know who might need that same thing.
Right. And it may not be what your income is, but income potential. People that in real life that you've touched make this kind of money, and the potential is there. So be sure and share that with them. Your daily income producing activity and teamwork is what gets you to Emerald. Nothing else. No excuses. This was Megan. Lisa, what was her last name? She was new. She was a hoot, and I had never heard her speak before, but she was a hot mess express. I'm telling you, she's a stay-at-home mama with a whole slew of kids, and she was like, any day of the week, you may find me with one around my leg, one on my hip, me trying to do a Zoom call from my phone. My house is a mess. I can't find the 14 lists I have all over my house, but she said, I use a no excuses mentality, and these are the 5 things I do every day. I set specific goals for myself daily, and I don't go to sleep until they're done. Y'all, that's powerful. I mean, if we think about what we do for our family, would y'all go to bed at night without feeding your kids? No, because that's your goal as a mom or a dad, or feed the dog or take the dog out. I mean, like, you wouldn't keep your dog kenneled up 24 hours a day. Well, then if your goal is to share Plexus with 3 people today and you go to bed without doing it, how important is that goal? So set specific goals for yourself daily and don't go to bed until they're done. Share the opportunity and the products. Always, not just one or the other. Follow up with everybody a lot. Because let me just tell you, the average for someone to purchase or join this business is 8 to 12 contacts. So just because you reached out to someone once, twice, even 3 times, until they tell you, no, I'm not interested ever, don't ever talk to me about Plexus again, then they stay on your list. Because y'all, if Linda would have given up on me after the 3rd or 4th time, y'all wouldn't even know who I am. I would still be this fat girl that lives on this picture above my desk right here, and a whole lot less income coming in my house, okay, and a whole lot less healthy. So follow up with people a lot. You have to have a social media life, a real life, and it doesn't need to be all about Plexus, 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 Plexus. People are not our friends because we're Plexus ambassadors. People are our friends because they like us. Plexus is just now a part of our life. Your team, inspire your team to do exactly what you do. If what you do seems like horrible work and not fun, then why would people want what we have? That's why when we're on cruises and we're at convention and we go to Super Saturday and when I paid off my Honda this summer, when I get to do amazing things with my family because of my Plexus income, I make that part of my life for the world to see, because it's going to inspire my team and other people to want to join me and to know that that is a very available option and opportunity for them. I absolutely loved this. And this was so powerful coming from her, knowing the type of family she has and how crazy her life is. Wanting it and working for it are 2 different things. It's kind of like, Megan Goff, that's her. That's right. So, okay, it's just kind of like, I can tell you that my history is kind of like me every Sunday evening. Okay, Monday's the day. I'm going to start a diet on Monday. Like, dang it, I'm going to lose some weight. This is what I'm going to do. Monday's my day. Okay, I want it. I speak it. It never happened. Y'all, things in life worth having take work. If you want a thriving Plexus business, you can't just want it. You have to work for it. Remember that those are 2 completely different things. All right, Cheyenne Weeble, y'all, she's so precious. She and her sweet husband took their Plexus money, used their Plexus money. She adopted a baby from overseas, from Vietnam, I think. Isn't that right, Lisa? I can't remember. But anyway, she's done our team call before. She is absolutely precious Christian girl, but she is all about the business and what it can do and empower you to do for kingdom-focused things. Build relationships and trust with people. Always remember your friendships come first. Don't ever lose a friendship over Plexus. I've never lost a friendship over Plexus. I don't know anybody who has. I loved this idea. She and her team, her leaders on her team, yes, when someone joins their team, they create their own welcome pack. And in that welcome pack, she sends a catalog, a handwritten note, maybe some samples of like Ease cream or something else that maybe they didn't order, and just really creates an environment for them to be successful. So that she mails that to them as part of the official welcome kit that they get from Plexus Corporate. This is what she and her team do to just kind of give a little extra something to make them feel welcome. They also serve together. She calls it Better Together events, where they pick a charity or they pick an event, some sort of cause that they're passionate about, and they go and they serve together. What I loved about that was kind of her feel-good part, but then she shifted into business mode and she said she don't want to ever hear anyone say that it's impossible to run out of leads. There are however many billion people on this planet, and I don't even know how many million in the United States. We have got to be sharing what we know as powerful products and a powerful business opportunity. And so if you don't share with someone, guess what? Somebody else is going to. And we have all, if you've been in Plexus more than about a red hot minute, we've all had that happen to us. We have someone that we've written on our list and we're like, oh man, I'm going to talk to them about Plexus. I'm going to talk to them about Plexus. And then the next thing I know, Lisa signs them or Monica signs them or whoever. And that's super great as long as they get on the products and do something amazing. But dang it, they could have been on my team if I'd have just opened my mouth. So remember that. The worst thing people can tell you is no or not right now or just completely ignore you. But, you know, we're all grown people here. You can handle a little rejection. It'll be all right. But just remember that people are out there praying, y'all, for what we have. I have to remind myself of that every day. Lord, the Lord convicted me so much today in church, y'all. I can't even tell y'all. I was bawling before we ever got through the second song about, oh, God, please don't let me forget the life that I have now. I prayed for, and you gave it to me. And I'm not talking about just my Plexus life. I'm talking about from my husband to my amazing children to the fact that I don't weigh 320-something pounds anymore. I mean, there's so many things that if we don't stay focused on what's important, we forget how blessed we are. And Plexus is a blessing. There are people out there with chronic pain, don't poop regularly, need the money. They're praying for what we have, y'all, and we have the answer. Okay, your brand and recruiting. Decide who your audience is, who you want your audience to be. It's different for everybody. If you're 30 and younger on this call, you're going to be directed towards young newlyweds, young mamas, that kind of thing. If you're in your middle-age years like me, maybe your audience is going to be different. I think of Kristen, her husband is Navy. They've lived all over the United States. Her audience is going to be different. Monica and Heather's audience is going to be different. Kelly is doing travel work now. He's got a whole new audience. Jill and her husband, they have a different kind of audience. So this is what I'm saying. Figure out who that is and go get them. Use filters on all your Facebook pictures, all of them, because people like to look at beautiful, catch your eye pictures. Our phones are amazing what they can do. And then also on Instagram and Facebook, you should be using both, but y'all don't put the same post on both. I don't want to go to y'all's Instagram page and see the same thing I just saw on Facebook, and you don't want to see that on mine either. And Justin has said not to do that, and the people at Leaders Retreat said don't do that. Jared Abart said do that, and he's a guy. I mean, he was like, I don't want to go to your Instagram page and read what I just saw on your Facebook. Don't do that. So create your own brand, create a life and a brand that people want to follow. But don't be fake, be real. All right, so I put these two pictures up here.
And I was just talking, Kelly, can you hear me? Kelly Little and I were talking, and I was talking about Joyome. And, you know, if you're a woman, and it's great for everybody, but if you're a woman who's 45, 50 and up, major market. and that is
I cannot even tell you how much Joyome I'm selling to people in their 60s and 70s.
Yes.
Because it don't matter how old you get, you are trying to fight the aging process.
That's right.
I got some girls at church. They hit me up and they're like, "Oh, I need some more of that face cream, sister." I'm like, "Okay."
It's great stuff.
So
and we don't use filters on our Joy-On pictures.
No.
Because we don't have to.
This is an example. I wanted to show you this. This $10,000 picture I used this picture. Okay. This is Abby Kappa. She's the youngest diamond in our company. She's 23. This was off her Facebook page. Now, if you're scrolling, which one of these pictures are you going to stop and look at? I mean, that's powerful. It's basically saying the same thing. Like, I had all this information in my text, but who the heck cares? If the picture doesn't catch your eye, you're not going to stop and read what the text says. All right. So this is she and her husband or boyfriend. I don't know if they're married or not. I don't know her very well, except to know that she has an amazing Instagram and Facebook presence. You should follow her if you're not already. So she was talking about the incentive with, joining at the end of October. Follow and read what she had to say based on her picture before you would what I had. So what I said all that to say, be an authentic influencer. Whatever you're going to post needs to be worthy of someone's time to read it. All right. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is training. Unless you are brand new, like in the last 3 to 6 months new, you should be able by now to do your own training. Now, does that mean as an upline and as a team, we're not going to do training for you? No, that's not what it means. But if you have brand new people who just joined your team, there is no reason you should wait for the next newbie training done by me or Heather or Lisa or Janelle or any of us. You are fully equipped with tools and knowledge to do your own training. Your upline can help you, but when you've been with Plexus for a minute, you know exactly what we know. You do. You just have to use it. Zoom is free. You should all have your own Zoom account. You can have a Zoom call for 40 minutes and it be completely free. We have to learn how to duplicate or we will never promote to the next level. If I had to train every single person on my entire team, I would never have time to build my own team, to try to recruit my own people if I was constantly training everybody on my team. So we have so many resources, use them. When I train on my level ones, I want to birth them to do exactly what I've taught them to do so then they can teach their team how to do it. We have the Rank Up Roadmap in our back office. We have the Success, which is an amazing digital podcast and articles in our back office. We have YouTube videos done by leaders in this company, the Diamond documentaries, the shareables. All of our team calls are saved in our team Facebook pages. And our training videos are back there too. So if you don't feel comfortable, go find the link to those training videos and send it to your people immediately. If we're not telling our brand new ambassadors about Fast Start Gold, we're shortchanging them. If we feel like they really are going to be runners, the day they join, they have 30 days, y'all, to go Fast Start Gold. That's 20 people on their team, not 20 people that they sign as level ones, but 20 people in their organization. They don't have to have 100 PV. That's the only exception in this company when it comes to Fast Start Gold is they just have to have 20 people in their organization in 30 days. And I don't think we've done a really good job promoting that. So make sure if you're not confident, we will get your people trained. But after a little bit, it's time for us to step out there and start duplicating and training our people on our own. So that is all I have. What do you think, Lisa? Want to get Kristen to share product?
I'm sorry, let me unmute. Yeah, Kristen, what do you think? You want to go ahead and go with the product?
Yeah, let me 4 minutes. I'll just do a short version. And yeah, we haven't done it in a while, and I really have been wanting to talk about this one because I think everybody, I shouldn't say think, I know everybody should be on this one this time of the year. And we also just got an email from corporate with a little survey that was about it. So I kind of wanted to throw that out there and see if any of you had taken that survey. But the product I want to talk about tonight is our ProBio 5. We have had this around for a long time, and it's still the best probiotic with the enzyme blend that fights off that excess yeast that's on the market right now, in my opinion, and the research that's done on it. I know we got Vital Biome too, and that's awesome too, but this one right here, sorry, I was just looking at Becky's comment here. This one right here has been around for a long time. It's the reason that I started with Plexus. It's my very favorite product. Slim comes in real close behind it, but this is my very favorite product. My whole family takes it. So let me just tell you a little bit about what makes it so excellent and what sets it apart from all those other probiotics that you can get out there. First of all, this time of the year, everybody's getting sick, right? I mean, the cold and flu season's coming around, and it's important that our gut health be ready to fight that off, because our 70% of our immune system cells and 90% of our mood-enhancing serotonin are linked to the gut. So that is why our gut health is so, so important. And I'm telling you right now, I've been with Plexus for 2 years, and this and my vitamins and eating healthy, all that good stuff has really, really helped our family fight off illness. So I would recommend everybody in your family be on this. But the difference with ProBio 5 from most of the other ones on the market is that it has 5 beneficial probiotic strains that combine to support and maintain our intestinal flora, which helps our gut eliminate potentially harmful microbes. So what happens is we put this good bacteria into our system, and it fights off that bad gut bacteria. And eventually that bad bacteria will fight off. It will just die off and allow this to survive in our gut. The enzyme blend that I was talking about, that it kind of cuts down that wall, that yeast wall, and it helps us to absorb our nutrients better. So that's what makes it totally different than any of the other probiotics out there, is this enzyme blend. And let me just tell you a little bit about that real quick. We all have yeast in our bodies to some degree, but when we have an overgrowth of it, we can get tired, we can get migraines. There's all sorts of symptoms that go with yeast overgrowth. And having trouble losing weight is also one of them. That's a big one. So this will go in there, and it will fight that off. It will break through that cell wall, and it'll battle that yeast overgrowth so that the intestines can absorb the probiotic better. There are also other ingredients that help us with our immune system with this. Vitamin C, we all know that we need that this time of the year. It's in our ProBio. Vitamin B6, and the grapeseed extract, which is a powerful antioxidant, which is really, really big on keeping us healthy. So that's just a real quick rundown of the ProBio 5. Again, my very, very favorite product. Everybody needs to be on it. My 6-year-old is the only one in my family that's not on it, and that's because he takes the X Factor Kids, and it has a probiotic in it. So we love this. We don't go a day without it. And real quick, your take on that survey that we got. Did you all take that survey? And it was asking what was important. Do you want more, CFUs? Do you want more strains of the probiotics? So I'm kind of curious about where they're going with that. Can they make this better? I don't know.
I've gotten a lot of surveys lately, that, and then also asking about the lean and stuff. So they've been sending out lots of surveys, I guess, to people who've been purchasing it and stuff, getting feedback.
Well, and what I like is that they truly want our opinions, that this company truly wants to hear from the ambassadors of what our opinions were. And there were even some choices in there that weren't favorable. I mean, they didn't want to hear just the fluffy. They wanted to hear everything. And, they wanted genuine feedback. And I like that. And I truly believe that they take all of that, just like they did with the vegetarian, which some people are crazy about, and some people weren't so crazy about the texture. They listened to that, and they came out with our fabulous lean whey. And I want to know, show of hands, who has started or is starting the Slay the Season? Me.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
So,
Jill, I think you got yours ordered. Y'all, it's good. It works. And I'm about 3-4 days in, the scale's going down. And what I'm noticing is that my appetite's decreasing like 3 and 4 days in. I'm just noticing a change in my body. And like tonight, I just kindly said, oh, you're going to eat? I said, yeah, I just wasn't that hungry. So, and I
love it. It's so yummy. It's so yummy. I could drink it all day. So, I mean, that's kind of.
Excuse me. I know. Don't drink it all day. Okay. So anyway, does anyone have any questions? Anything they need to say before we get off? Anyone need to open up and throw anything else in there? This is our team call. It's not just us. Jennifer, Jill, anyone have anything to say? Everybody's good?
I just wanted to introduce y'all to Amber.
Oh, hang on.
Amber is brand new. She is Taylor's level 1 and her best friend, and this is her first team call. They just got back from Jamaica. She just joined yesterday, and this is her first team call.
Oh, good. Hang on. Good. Glad you're here. Jennifer, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was going to ask, has anyone reached out to anybody that's posted and said they are a veteran about the discount that they have going on today and tomorrow?
We have a discount?
Yes.
I saw that.
I'm sorry, there's not a discount, but that when you purchase the extra
yes.
the 50% goes back to that foundation that they have. Has anyone been messaging anybody that have said, hey, I'm a veteran, or my uncle's a vet, whatever it is?
I don't know, but I hate that because I ordered 2 bottles of that yesterday.
Oh no! Jill,
My sick kiddos.
Doggone it! Oh, I hate that. So I believe it was today and tomorrow. Are those the dates on it? Yeah. Oh, I hate that, Jill. Okay. Well, look at the November calendar. We have some things coming up team-wide. There's going to be some online events, all kinds of different things, a coffee and conversation coming up, things that Heather has on the calendar, working with Justin. And anyway, it's going to be a good month. And I think that's all. So anyone else? We good? Okay. So remember, y'all, we are truly better together. I hope everyone has a great night and stay warm.
Bye-bye.